Hey everyone,
Hi, everybody.
we are here. Sorry about the late post. I forgot that I had posted my reading sprints for today, so sorry about that. Oh, today has been, it's just been so much stuff. Took my husband to check for like his allergies and stuff, so he took allergy tests and everything. So
Uh,
had to get that taken care of.
yeah,
Then pick up my kids, take my daughter to tutoring, and now I'm home. That was my day.
that takes a minute.
Yeah, it does take a minute. It's nonstop. But me and Adrian was just discussing about Barnes and Noble and what they're doing to debut authors. I
Yeah,
I'm
just
just
don't understand it.
I'm just disgusted by it. So they don't put it on the floor at all. People have to ask for it, but if they don't know about it, how
How
can
are they
they
gonna
ask
ask?
for it? It
Mm-hmm.
and like as readers, we look at the covers, if anything,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll read the synopsis or whatever.
Oh, is that me with the? Mm-hmm. Am I frozen?
No, you're not. You're
Because you were
fine.
stalling for a little bit. Okay.
You're good. It might have been me. Hey, ML,
Hi, ML.
Doctor Professor.
Emma Ray.
Emma Ray.
I joined your TikTok today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love her content and stuff. Make sure y'all check out her Etsy shop too. You guys check it
Mm-hmm.
out. She has cute mug and everything. Love it.
Oh,
Love her hair oil. I'm looking forward to new stuff in her shop. Hey Pat.
hi. How are you?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, it was all over Twitter when we got off last night. I was like, what is this discussion going on?
Mhm.
It's like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
Like her book, like Brittany, hers just released this month, and her obviously her sales aren't doing good because nobody knows about it.
Hmm. Yeah. And everyone is not on social media.
Right.
So you can't just assume that everybody's on social media. No, COVID or no COVID, there are lots of people who are not on social media.
Right. And the fact that like especially black voices, BIPOC authors, they work so hard and took them
Yep.
so long just to
Hmm.
get their books out and for their voices to be heard. And then it seems like there's always something. And now they're like not having their books on the floor, like
Hmm.
at all, not on the shelves, nothing. You have to request it, you have to ask for it. But that's the thing. If you're a debut author, nobody knows you. Nobody knows
Hmm.
anything about you.
Exactly.
So that I was just that pissed me off because her
Hmm.
book is amazing. Like if for Black Aweenathon, if you are participating, which I hope you are, because Bree from Black Petition, she's the creator of it, that'll be a good book. That's a good book recommendation for it for Black Aweenathon. Like my gosh, hey Allie,
Hi.
hey,
Hey.
no problem, and Ray, I love your shop. Always gonna support. Always, always.
You're welcome.
Enjoyed your sprints yesterday. I'm always missing your sprints too. Am I right?
Yeah, I missed. I missed.
Yes. Yes, the new oil is cooking, soaking up all the goodness. Yes, I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Ah, hey
Hey.
everyone. But yeah, I can't believe that. I'm barely on Twitter just because there'll be so much stuff happening in Twitter.
Hmm.
And I'll pop in and then I'll pop out. And then I saw that and I just felt so bad for her. I feel so bad for all the debut
All
authors.
of them. All of them. I mean, you work so hard and you dream of being able to walk into the store, or your family walking into the store and seeing your debut book, your
Right,
family and friends, and that's not happening.
right. which is why I do plan on going to my local Barnes and Noble and be like, and if I don't see it on the shelves, I'll be like, hey, can you put a couple on the floor? I got a couple people that are coming in that want the book.
It's just ridiculous. It's
Like, why do I
ridiculous.
have to?
How do you expect them to get get a following if you don't even promote the books?
It's like
And
you
we know
don't.
y'all got them in the back, so what you doing with them?
It's like it seems like it's like it's all played out to the T. So Black voices, BIPOC authors do not get their voices heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're already banning books.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're doing this where this it's not even on the floor for it to be seen
Yeah.
because the cover is beautiful. Like if I did not hear about the book and I saw it on the shelf, I would instantly buy it.
Yeah, and most people are visual. Well, I think most people are visual.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
like,
definitely
oh, what
visual.
is that? What
Right.
is that?
You're intrigued.
Mm-hmm. So grabs you.
Right. How are you feeling, Brady? A lot better, I hope. Yes, I'm feeling 10 times better. I was so miserable last week. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that it went.
It passed.
Yes, like it's gone. So hopefully I
Mm,
don't get sick. But how this weather has been going, I don't know. One minute it's like really cool outside, next minute it's hot. So, you know,
yeah, I'm like, we haven't had triple digits at all. Like now it's like 70 degrees. I'm like, in August in New York City? Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm worried about the winter. If the summer time was
Mm-hmm.
like this, I'm not looking forward
Mm-hmm.
to the winter time because then I'm not gonna want to go anywhere.
What are
I'll
you doing? I'm hibernating.
Right, right. Like
I'm hibernating.
I
How
don't want
about
to go
that?
nowhere. Oh, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Marae. Thank you so much. Hey, Tia.
Hey, Tia.
But what is everyone reading tonight, or what is everyone doing? Because it's not just reading sprints; it's also productivity. Um, I know I'll be reading the Merciless Ones by Namina Forta. Who the first book is the Gilded Ones, so I'm reading the Merciless Ones. I only read like two chapters of it, so I'm just in the beginning. But
Yeah, okay.
it's pretty good so far. It definitely leaves off to where the last book ended, and then it sort of gives you a recap in the beginning.
Okay. Good. And I am continuing my read, but I am enjoying it. We Are the Origin. Um, and this is first in a series. It looks like it's going to be, and I'm like, it has the gods in it,
I still need to
different worlds. I got a card with a, I want to make sure I got it on the right side. Card with the world.
read. Hmm.
So they're traveling, and I'm like, oh, where they going? Okay, I think I got it.
Right. I'm always like referencing the map just to get a visual of like, oh, they're over
Mm-hmm.
here, and then oh
And
wow, they traveled over there.
I'm a tabber, so you see if.
Yeah. Like I just started using washi tape instead of doing tabs,
Mm-hmm.
and I think washi tape for me it's easier and better. It does so,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes it look a little colorful. So I've
I'm
been,
still getting my system together, so yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I still need to read that. I wonder, would that be considered a good book for Black Weenathon?
We Are the Origin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, yes, because that or the black sci-fi
Mm.
one with
With
Chloe. Excuse
Chloe.
me,
Okay.
with
Oh,
Chloe.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all, that's my dog. He sees something outside. But okay, that's good because I'm like, I need to get
Mm-hmm.
my TBRs together. Like, I have my Black Weenathon TBR, but I want to add a little bit more, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing too much since we are reading Stormlight. Those big, chunky books.
Yeah.
So,
We love those big chunky books this year. Not that we
right.
didn't love them last year. It's just that when I look at the books that I have now, I'm like, boy, I got a thing for chunky books this year.
Right. Like, so and I will say, like, if it's a chunky book and there's hardly any type of plot, there's a problem. Like, I will definitely DNF it from here on out But if it's a chunky book, but the plot is, it's ramping up,
Mm-hmm.
I will continue on reading it. But
Could have been 300 pages and you're giving me 600. I got a problem.
right,
I
right,
got a problem.
right,
The last 15 pages. No, 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 no.
right. Oh God. Let's see. I'll be working on writing some assignments and quizzes. Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. I'll be listening to The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell. Ooh,
Oh, that
that
sounds
sounds
interesting.
good. That sounds good. The Bone Clocks. Hey, Betty.
Hey.
That's good to know. Probably all the early school germs brought home by kids. Probably. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Hey, Deja. How are you? I'm reading The People We Meet on
Okay.
Vacation just for summer vibes. Oh, okay. Let me
Mm-hmm.
know. I've heard a lot of people love that book. They
Yeah.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all. I'm so glad you're running sprints because I need some motivation. I'll be listening to Hide while I complete task. Ooh, tell me how that one is.
Okay.
I'm reading Queen of Shadows. Started today, only 5% in.
Okay.
That's good. What's up, Bree? How's
Hey, Bree.
how's the meeting going?
Hello,
Hello, hey Melissa.
Melissa.
I am hoping to finish before we met. I have 70-ish pages left. Okay. You should finish it
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
You should
Mm-hmm.
definitely finish tonight. I seriously need to catch up on reviews. I will listen to Warbreaker and order dinner. I also have to start my comics for book club because I'm not sure when it will be this month. God, yeah, gotcha.
Mm.
And Warbreaker, so good. And it's like, and how it ended, we will meet some of these characters again in Stormlight. How
Okay.
it ended because of how like the story started. Like we meet characters in Warbreaker and they
Mm-hmm.
mention like their past or whatever. So I'm thinking that'll be in Stormlight. Will we get a better introduction of this person?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Read The Merciless Ones last month, and Adrian, I'm on the last two chapters of that book too.
Oh, yes. Great.
Wow. Are you enjoying it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness, I need to read it. I'm so behind with reading.
There's so many hours in the day. I am really enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. In the beginning, I was like, okay, where is this going?
Hmm.
I was just not sure. It wasn't necessarily bad. It's just that I wasn't sure exactly where it was going, and I was like, oh, she's trying to explain to you certain things because it went back and then it went to present day, then it went back and then present day,
Oh,
but not in the same chapter, two different chapters.
does it let you
Um,
know about the little time jumps or?
no, it tells you in the beginning. It tells
Okay.
you where you are present day, or the god's realm, or something like that, and that's interesting. And whenever the gods are speaking, they're in bold.
That's good.
They're in bold. I like that.
That's cool.
I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, because what god doesn't think that they're important? So they should be in bold, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I said, I like that. That's the way I took it. So I was like, okay, I like that. I like that.
All right. I definitely gotta
Hmm.
read it for SFF-a-thon. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big chunky books makes me feel intellectually superior. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we all feel that. I think
Because you have your non-reading friends who are like, you read all
you
that?
all
That
that.
big book?
Yes, I feel so accomplished. Like my husband is like that all the time. He's like, you went through, read that whole book. I was like, yeah.
Hmm.
Like he can't
If you
even get
say the number of books that you've read, they're like,
what's
for real? And
what?
I'm like, I know people who read many more books than I have.
Right,
And they're
right.
like, really? I'm like, yeah. People in triple digits now. I don't know how they did that, but
Yeah,
they read in the triple digits. I'm like,
they're
what?
doing the
I'm like,
thing.
mm-hmm.
Right. Like my husband can't even get through a 300-page book. He's not a reader though, but he did
Mm.
read the Will Smith book with me last year. That's the only
I
thing.
heard that was good.
It
Mm-hmm.
was really good. It gave me a
Mm-hmm.
lot of insight for Will, and it sort of makes sense of how all that like how he got ramped up and
Mm-hmm.
slapped Chris Rock. That it makes so much sense. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like him and Jada is just really toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I'm like, why are you staying? But then again, it's none of my business. I get it. You know, he promised himself he would never divorce again, so he's just trying to make it work. But I don't know. They've
Yeah.
always been, you
Yes,
know.
it's not the healthiest relationship.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Angry. Long time no see. I'm doing good. Finally getting a little settled. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Same about the big books. Yeah, we're all in the same boat. Yep. Same. If I read a book that's 450 plus pages, I want everyone to see it. No ebook for me. Right? TV walk in with your big book. Yeah, I'm reading this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Hey, how are you? Yeah, Bree in the chat. Adrian, did you see Jesse from Bow Ties and Books talking? She
I
talked to
saw that she did interview her, but because I'm reading the book, I
you?
didn't want to look at that. But that is on my radar once I finish this, because I do love to watch her channel. I will definitely go to the channel, go
Yeah,
to their channel. Excuse me. I want to make sure I'm saying her pronouns correctly. Their
yeah.
pronouns correctly.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm always doing that too. I'm like, let me
Mm-hmm.
know what your pronouns are. I do not want to offend you.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to do that. Siffathon, when is that? It's October. Like I forget
Yes, and it's by Thistle
this
in
one.
verse, who is Chloe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's her, it's hers, and
Yeah,
that's another good one.
through all October, right? Or is it certain dates? I don't remember.
I think it's for the first half of October,
Okay. Okay.
unless she's changed it. From what I remember last year, it was only for the first half of it, like the
Oh,
first 2 weeks, something like that. Whereas Halloween-a-thon was the entire month of October.
okay. I'll definitely keep an eye out for
Mm-hmm.
the announcement and stuff.
Because she definitely, when she came on to either your sprint or Bree, she said that it's definitely going on again. So I said, okay.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. I'm glad it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, it's great. How are you? Yes, enjoying, but hope we don't have to wait too long for book two.
How about that? That's always the case when you like, oh, I found a good read with a duology or a series. You're like, okay, how long is it going to take for me to get back into that world?
Right. And usually we
Mm-hmm.
assume it will be a year. But there's been a lot of authors that are coming out with the second book within the same year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So,
wonder if that's the case. If they gave gave the book um, if it was bigger than one book in some cases,
mhm.
or if it was that they gave two books. This is the beginning of a series. This is the two books, and then the publisher broke it up. You know, once they
Right.
accepted it.
Like Daughter of the Moon Goddess that came out earlier this year, and then the
Hmm.
second book is coming out like
I
later
saw,
on.
and I'm like, I didn't even get to read it yet. I'm like, goodness,
So
that's one of
good.
my pretty books. I'm like,
It's
yeah.
it's so good to the point where I made sure like I ordered the Fairy Loot edition for the second book, and then I pre-ordered the prequel of it because I guess there's a prequel. It was a Barnes and Noble special and
Oh,
exclusive.
okay.
Yeah, I just saw it. I'll be following all of Barnes and Noble on IG just to get updates because sometimes they'll
Hmm.
have a lot of updates. Or Autumn, her updates are amazing.
Okay.
Hi Bree, was today a better day? Hope you're also feeling better too, Bree.
Hmm.
Where you been at? I'm doing great. Headed home. Cannot wait to read. Right. I haven't really read not one thing today. And that's not like me, but we're going to get some reading done. Like the first sprint's going to be 45, and then the next two is going to be out an hour. So they're both an hour. I'm trying to read
That's
so
okay.
much better. I don't know if it was the chips and salsa or the fact that I that I hide in my room all day. It might have been because your power went off and you were in that heat. That also could have been a thing.
Oh.
Well, now that I think about it. Yes, it's usually Chloe and Injury. Oh yes, yes, Injury. I Lord.
I haven't seen Jerry in quite a while.
Yeah, like she was in my reading sprints. I forget when, but I don't really see that much
Yeah.
or the content either.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I'm
hope she's
wondering.
okay. I have just haven't seen her.
Yeah. Yay, I love long sprints. Yeah. So we're gonna get into it right now. Let's go ahead and put up this 45 minutes and to start off,
Put my
and then
specs on so I can see the words.
let's go ahead and put this up here. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. We will be back here after 45 minutes, and we will see y'all in a little bit. So happy reading.
Hold it right there.
Okay. What's up, everyone? How everyone's reading or productivity? Hey, Gabby.
Hi.
Hey, Gabby.
Hey. I always forget that your sprints start at 7:30. I keep thinking for some reason it's 8:30.
It's okay. No problem. I'm just sending links. Whoever wants to join, they can join.
Yeah, I always forget, and then like tonight I wasn't sure what my husband and I were doing because we were gonna be doing date night tonight instead of tomorrow, and then that got changed, and then it was still like, oh, we might do something tonight, and I'm like, but now he's not feeling the best, so I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, I get that. It's me and my husband are the same way. Like, is it date night tonight, or give me a heads up.
Right.
Bree all into looks like Warbreaker.
I finished it today.
I wish I finished it today.
Well, and I like with working from home, I can listen to the audiobook like nobody's business while I work, and that's what I did. I spent like the last 4.5 hours of the audiobook like this morning. I finished it. And then that I was like, why was everybody thinking this was just gonna be a standalone? There's no way.
I have so many thoughts. I'm excited about the discussion, but just how it leaves off. We're gonna see.
I get it, I guess. But there's so much that it can go like there can be going into like a second book that like I would have really been surprised if it stayed a standalone. And I'm glad he's continuing with it.
Right. Let's see. Hit that like button, y'all. Thanks, Pat. Don't forget to hydrate. Yeah. Hydrate. Hello.
Hi.
How was the meeting, Bree?
Productive. Very. More
Very
productive with the principal because I'm really, really trying to get into that school. I'm really
you really trying to dip out of the school you had.
leave the ghetto, the hood, the projects. I am trying to leave. Not only like my daughter's school opened up last year. It's a brand new building, brand new school. And my sister had told me like, hey, this principal that's going to be at the school is amazing. Switch. So I switched my daughter and they end up getting an A rating on the school. So when they take the state test throughout the state of Texas, we have a state test called STAR. When they took their state test, 91% of the kids in that building pass the state test. So they got an A rating, which is super hard to do. Super hard to do. That is the best of the best. It doesn't get better than that. I'm trying to be over there. Okay. I want to be over there with them. Okay. My kid I don't want the thought of working with my kid in the same building. Stresses me out, but she can go to a different school and I just want to work there. Okay. She can go somewhere else. Probably not because it's an A-rated school and I want her to be the best of the best. But still, she's upstairs. I can work downstairs. So I try to convince her to open up a job. Like, start. You got a good rating. Ask corporate for a position. Come on. I'll come. I will come. Okay, say less. So I literally spent 25 minutes talking to the principal about how she can get a new position and what she needs to do to convince HR to open up a new position just for me.
I love it. Whatever. It's networking, right? Like, hey, can I get my foot in the door? Get my foot in the door somehow.
I know.
Shoot, we're
I
all
was like, trust me, you want me. Trust me, you want me as an employee. I'm that employee. Trust me, not even the parent. Take the parent side out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, I've been applying. Hopefully I get this library job or Barnes & Noble, but I would love the library job first and then Barnes & Noble because Barnes & Noble's tripping right now and I don't appreciate the policy that they just put in place because this affects marginalized people.
Yeah, I saw that you shared that on Instagram. That's really messed up that they would do that to especially like the authors of color that are coming up that are like just they need that space. But they don't get that already because of the fact that they're in the marginalized communities. Right. That's not okay for an entire company to just outcast any of that stuff.
Right. That just broke my heart. It makes you feel like for people like our future writers and authors, like it's like there's no hope unless you go to indie bookstores. But there's not a lot of those either.
No.
Yeah. And why do you have to be the top of the top? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? If you said the top 50%, okay, because there's so many books put out. But even then, why do you have to be the top of the top? Why not just support content? This is really tied to trendy things ever since TikTok. It's like, who's gonna get the best? Who's gonna be the best of the best based off of, people buying the books. We just really want to read books. Right. People buy books that are not the top of the top. People buy books that, oh, sounds really interesting. We just walk past it.
They don't even have it on the shelf, so you won't even know it exists.
Yeah, you won't even know it exists.
And then half the time, libraries are struggling to be even able to afford getting new releases as it is. And then half the time, if they're not dealing with lack of funding, they're dealing with having to, certain communities that they want to just ban all these books because they have something that is not cis, white, Christian, whatever.
It's just you can't win.
No, they can't.
You can't.
They really can't.
And to expect people to even choose, like, oh, just go to your library. Well, library funding is based off of taxes and donations. So, like, the need, it just.
And it's like, I feel bad for these authors and upcoming authors. And it's like, what can I do? Like, of course, like I review books and stuff like Brittany, like I reviewed her book and everything. And she was just like, on Twitter, she said she had a time where she was crying because this is affecting her and it's personally, and it is affecting her sales. I just feel so bad for her. And it's like, what can I do? And like, okay, I'm definitely gonna go to my Barnes & Noble, say, hey, put this on the shelf, please, or something. Like,
is there a way that we can like at the stores be like fill out something or fill out some kind of like survey of some kind of them being like, okay, what books are you looking for us to put in? Like, is there something we can do with that? Because I feel
Yeah.
like that might be helpful in some way.
Shoot, if I worked at Barnes and Noble, I'd be like, all right, y'all tripping, y'all. Put this on the shelf. Like,
Yeah.
even if I need to sneak one out, I will do it. Like, it's not going to kill anybody.
And I don't think that this is gonna affect the Barnes and Noble as far as it being shipped to you, right? On their website, the items and the books might still be there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna affect that. I think it really is just gonna affect the purchasing power that the local stores have to put it on the shelves.
Right. 'Cause wasn't it something where they were like there's only so much that they can, purchase of new releases and stuff like that to then put on the shelves, and so like that's why they're being so selective of it.
Yeah, they have limitation on what they can buy to put out on the floor. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
And it just
So depressing.
pisses me off as far as like the number one bookseller outside of Amazon, where we can physically buy books, to do something like that. So, I mean, I'm sure they're feeling the backlash. I'm sure they are.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they do it.
I also hope that with the fact that I've seen more, and I mean, at least the Barnes and Nobles that are in my state, most of the stores that I see, like in different parts of Michigan, they have a lot of young employees, like, younger than 30, probably 18 to 30 essentially. And so my hope is that too, that if they continue to get these younger employees that are also, kind of starting to become more inclusive, starting to becoming more aware of the issues that there are in the publishing community and stuff like that, that hopefully they can also push their stores to doing more. Because I mean, you get so many of them on TikTok and Instagram and all these other places where they're making the end caps. They're telling the employees, okay, go make these end caps for like Pride Month or whatever, and like they're being made by the people that like would actually, be able to recommend stuff because they're either part of those communities or, they know enough about them to be like, these are good recommendations. Like they're allies in some way to the point where like they're showing the work that they've done, that they put in the work to read these things and can recommend them.
It just sucks.
But time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see.
Why they're closing a bunch of Barnes and Nobles. People don't want to shop with them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get canceled.
Yeah, y'all definitely get canceled.
I was actually thinking earlier today too. I was gonna probably, if not this weekend, like when Babel comes out, I was gonna be going to the bookstore to pick that up and a couple other things. And I was already just gonna go to my local indie because it's one, the closest one to me, and two, it's my favorite. Like I prefer it over Barnes and Noble most times. And there's only two, maybe now three. I think they're working on a third store in the state of Michigan. So I'm like, I'd rather support them right now because they actually do a lot more.
Yeah, I probably will end up doing that. Go to the Book Loft. It's an indie bookstore. It's closer to downtown. The parking's bad. So, but shoot, I will support indie bookstore any day. I feel like it's Barnes and Noble has to get a rude awakening about this.
Well, they are trending right now. 7,418 tweets.
Oh yeah,
Look, they've already closed some of their stores before. Come on, you don't want to end up being like Borders, being like, who was that?
I forget who it was. But let me see. Hey, just finished the Jurassic Park movie, the first one from '93, because I finished the book earlier today. I'm regretting it now. How can I go to bed after that? I love the movies. I haven't read any of the books though.
Yeah,
I haven't read any. 55 pages. That's good. I read a total of 45 with the Merciless ones. I got through it. Got to 68%. Started coloring and paused for some book mail. Ooh, book mail. We love book mail. Oh, no reading, but just about to finish cooking. Ooh, what you cooking, Deja? What you cooking? Barely read. Got lost in the Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, you're gonna get lost in it.
I'm
But
half tempted to deactivate my Twitter just because I don't use it anymore because of how much of a cesspool it is.
yeah, now and then I'll post like, "Hey, I have a new video. Go watch it." And then if like Jess gives us information or whatever, I'll try to look it up and stuff like that on Twitter. Currently working, but I just started the audiobook of Elantris. Oh, yes. Elantris. Really good book.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. But Warbreaker,
I think that's become my top favorite beating hero of ages, which I didn't think was ever going to happen.
right. Right, I agree. Went from 25% to 34%. That's good.
Nice.
Yep. That toilet scene was not in the book. Let's just say the movie is very loosely based off the novel. Okay.
I forgot about
Make
the
it
toilet
gruesome. They wanted to make that gruesome, but I mean, like, oh, maybe one day I'll read the books. One day.
I have the first one on Kindle because I was morbidly curious.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I'll probably eventually one day in the future. What you cooking? Right, Deja, we need to know. I finished the little novella I was reading. It was just okay. Okay, yeah. Some novellas are just okay because they're novellas. You only get such amount of a story. Read 56 pages of Sweet Tooth graphic novel. Ooh. Heck yeah, I get it, Bree. Hi, I'm super late. Are you still planning on sprinting for a bit? Oh yeah. Yeah. We we plan on sprinting. Yes, you are you just in time. Yes, we have 2 more sprints and they're going to be long. Yep, long sprints. I made garlic butter chicken and asparagus with cauliflower rice. Also Nigerian stew for my can I come over?
Cut up the asparagus, and I'll eat everything else. I've never had Nigerian stew, but I would love to try it.
This sounds so good.
Hi, Papa. Hi.
Oh man.
Okay.
Awesome, thanks. I'm 29% through Hyde. So far, not fantastic. I hope it gets better.
I've heard it's kind of a mess for a lot of people.
Mixed things about it. So, yummy. Y'all, I'm over here rage tweeting. You should be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll let y'all
I just
take
read
that one.
Kaylin's tweet, and she's
Mhm.
talking about. I'm like, but she's not a debut author, but she's saying her book, The Vanquishers, is also one of the books that won't be shown at Barnes and Noble. And I'm like, that's ridiculous.
They're personally doing this to
Mm-hmm.
I can't say all BIPOC authors, but majority, especially Black voices, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like, this is pissing me off.
Yep.
And right, and you're right. She's not a debut author.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, bro.
It just never seems to end, unfortunately.
Right.
No.
Erica would know.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Deja, where you been at? Where you been at? Didn't I ask that earlier? Deja, you okay? Blink twice.
To your Twitter. Oh, I'm gonna have to check your Twitter, Erica, or hop on the sprints, so I don't gotta read it. You can just tell me what happened with Barnes and Noble. They doing some They're on some shenanigan shit right now.
Barnes and Noble decided that they're going to give shelf space to the top 2% of authors. That's what they did.
And you know who? That's mostly
or publishers.
Books that are on TikTok because they have their own shelf, their own little table.
Yeah.
Like you got Colleen Hoover who got her own table.
I was about to say that. I'm like, why? Why?
Not that.
Like you can name a few who you know you will see.
Yes. And honestly, like the fact that it's not going to affect the website, like I said.
Yeah.
But we are going to be pushed if we want to go into Barnes and Nobles and go book shopping. they're going to have displayed all the Sarah J. Maas, all the, let's just be in
It's-
general,
Sarah's
non-BIPOC authors who are
Mhm.
big on these TikToks and YouTubes and all these other things, because you're just going to continue pushing their books and giving them the shelf space, which reduces the opportunity for BIPOC authors to be on the shelf.
Mhm.
I don't even think, I know somebody said something about debut authors, but it sounds like it's just the top 2% in general. Like it doesn't even sound like if you've written 15 books, like it doesn't even sound like, you know, experienced authors. It really just sounds like the best of the best.
Like,
Yeah, because I thought before it was just debut authors, because that's what I had read from one of the tweets. But when I just read Kaylin's tweet, I'm like, she's not a debut author, so it's a lot deeper than that.
So it's like,
which I have no doubt that was going to be the case anyway. But I'm like
for Black authors, who's in that percent? Only people I could think of is like Angie Thomas, possibly, but they're banning her book.
Yeah, they've been banning her book since The Hate You Give came out.
Right. Tiffany D. Jackson.
Probably banning hers as well because of the types of content that's in it, honestly.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who else? Nick Stone, which they've been banning her books too. The top people that they always have a book coming out. I can't think of any. Is Danielle Clayton considered? No,
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah,
no, she's not a huge one.
BIPOC authors in general, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't want to see a whole one side of the entire wall full of Sarah J. Maas. I don't see
James Patterson either.
Yeah.
James Patterson.
And especially with his bull crap that he pulled, not even 2 months ago, saying that white authors are becoming the minority. Like, no.
This makes me think, is Tracy Dion gonna get her stuff out? Because a lot of people don't like her book, like the first one, really like that. It's just gonna affect everyone.
It's gonna affect everyone.
As much as we don't want to feel the beast of Amazon,
yeah,
I know that Amazon,
you'll have to bite the bullet.
Is
Speak on it.
Pick your poison, right? It's just like,
speak on it.
I don't want to feel the beast of Amazon. But come on, I know for a fact that an indie author can publish their book and have, if they want the opportunity for Amazon to print and cut their book, they have an opportunity of them doing that.
Right.
We want to find a book, we can go on Amazon and go get it. What is stopping us from being able to cancel Barnes and Nobles for doing this stupid shit?
Maybe I feel like we should. We should cancel at Barnes and Noble until they fix this. What kind of policy is this?
Yeah.
Fucking sense.
This is fucking trash.
Well, let me look up something real quick because I think this will be perfect for everybody to look at. All Black bookstore in my town that is indie that if I can, I would like to leave the link in the chat.
Oh, go ahead.
For everybody, they have an online store. You can check them out. But they cater to all Black authors. Fiction, nonfiction, children's books, the whole gambit.
Yeah. At this point, Amazon's the best way to go. Barnes and Noble, they can just yeah. That's crazy. It's
like again, Amazon has gotten so big, it's out of control. I get it. But I know for a fact, sitting down with an author and having those discussions about how did you print your book? How did you get that paperback? How did you put your stuff on Kindle Unlimited? Like, I'm curious about that. Yes, they take a bigger cut. Yes, they're doing this, but they are putting books in the hands of readers.
Right.
They are putting indie books in the hands of readers.
It's accessible too. They make it accessible for everyone where you can get it like next day delivery.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I just put a link in the chat for the bookstore that I found.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Like, how fucking dare you? We literally fought for publishers to be able to publish more BIPOC authors. And the moment we do that, the moment we start seeing Asian, Black, Latino authors come out,
They're like, oh no, we got
they say, "Oh, we
oh,
gonna go
we
trend.
gotta hit the brakes on this.
Make money. Oh, these books make us money. Let's go ahead and stick with the trends and just continue buying more of those same authors and push. Oh, you give them the shelf space.
Sometimes
It is
I feel
free.
like gotta go. I don't. That's just. Ugh.
Sorry.
You're fine. I get, like we all are pissed off. Like we're not even authors.
On your channel.
Huh? What'd you say? Nobody said anything?
You broke up. What did you say?
Oh no, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I said that I just feel bad for these authors, and it's making me like really sad. Because we're finally seeing our faces on these books, but now they're just trying to take it away. Like,
yeah. We as readers fought so hard for publishers to push more diversity in their literature and the items that they're selling, their books that they are putting out into these stores. We fought for that. So now that we have that, if Barnes and Nobles is limiting what they put on their shelf space, meaning that they're buying more of these books, which is going to end up being white authors, how does that affect the publishing then at that point?
Publishing probably
because
gonna
that's
drop
where the
them.
money is coming from.
They're probably gonna drop them. Because the sales is not producing.
Yeah, the sales are not producing because they're not in the stores.
And then you got libraries who don't have the funding, and also they have books being banned left and right and putting these new policies in place. So you don't have access to that in your library. I'm so pissed.
It's going to be a horrible trickle effect that ends up going all the way down to publishers and who they're putting out and the books that they're pushing out.
Right.
And then we're going to end up having these indie authors only limited to Amazon to put and print their books.
Yeah, like just like even with Brittany with her book, The Undead Truth of Us, that just came out the beginning of this month. Like that, and it's a beautiful book. And she's not getting what she deserves. And the fact that it took her 10 years for her to even get it published.
It's crazy.
Authors wait so long to get their works in a store. It's the dream to walk into a big chain and to see it like that.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you're fine. See, I just ordered Warbreaker, but I might not get it in time to read it with you guys. Oh, it's fine. Just definitely read it. It's really good.
Just in case anybody needs a little happiness right now.
Oh, hi. You're so cute.
Hey, Bubba.
So cute. What's worse is that also means those YA books from 2011 on the shelves because TikTok loves them. Yeah. Tiffany Jackson and Nick Stone are probably not in the 2%. Probably not. I don't even know anymore. Like they are so vague with that. What's the 2? What's in the 2%? Give us a list.
Why the fucking 2% anyway?
You say 2%, so who's on this list? Like who? Like is Sarah J. Maas even good? I see her everywhere so much. I get turned off from reading her or any other overly promoted author. Yeah, I like it. I think you have to be in the mood for it.
She's not the most diverse of authors.
Right.
She doesn't write very diverse characters, which is a lot of people's big problem. But
it's mostly
the smut is good.
scenes. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
If I see a whole wall fucking Sarah J. Maas, I'm sorry. I don't fucking want to see it.
No, she has her own table. She has her own table. You know she got her own table. Preach the word, right? At this point, we might need to really just do Amazon. I know people probably don't want to hear that, but it's like
at this point, what other options do we have?
Right.
If indies go away, then we're screwed.
Right.
It's not even just indies.
It's
Right? Let's be very clear. It's not even just indie authors. It's authors who have published books who are, they sell, limited amounts. They're not
sometimes they don't
selling
even have it.
500,000 books. You know what I'm saying?
Like, or they won't even have it in store, period.
At all. At all. Not in store at all. You want to go online and buy it.
Order it. And it's like, I'd rather do Amazon then if I'm going to order it.
Exactly. I'll get it the next day.
Right.
Like even Netty Aquaphor is not even 2%. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I had not walked into the Barnes and Nobles and did not see the cover of that book and decide to buy it.
Think about N.K. Jemisin and her book her new book coming out. Nobody. Oh shit, man!
I get canceled over this. Fuck that shit.
Having popular books has nothing to do with the actual book being good. Someone on Facebook posted a pic of top bestsellers and Co was like a third of 15 first books, as if her 5 books were the best ever.
That's what I say to that.
Yeah, support your local indie. Yeah.
I hope the link showed up that I threw in there. I can't see it on our chat, but
No, I don't see it.
oh darn. Oh darn.
We're gonna end up. God. This
We're
is going
backwards.
down to. I see this affecting not only the publishers and who they decide to publish and actually put out there. I see it even affecting, the ratings, right? New York bestseller, right? I see it affecting so many other things outside of just Barnes and Noble's selling books. They're going to continue to put out books that are selling because Barnes and Nobles is buying a lot of them.
This is making me really sad because it's like
it's going to trickle down to everything.
We can't.
Well, the other thing is that our children will continue to not see themselves in books,
which is why it's like it makes me feel like I gotta hold on to the books that I have now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as I see something, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure my sister knows about this for my niece, because it's important for children to see themselves in any type of media.
Waterspoon's been having problems with their supply of books and keep changing due dates. Yeah, they did that with Sylvia Marina Garcia.
I just got my Witchery book that came out the beginning of July.
Yeah, me too. I just got it.
It's beautiful.
But I just got it. Yeah, they just messed up. Yeah, this is another type of book ban in my opinion. It is.
Exactly.
Ding, 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 ding.
It is. It definitely is. And they are they realize that we're everywhere. Like, we're in books. We were talking about our stories, our Black voices and stuff like that. And they're like, no, we need to pump the brakes. They think they got some type of trickle power or whatever. Let's end this now. This is so depressing. Yeah, 100% right. We should be supporting our local indie stores anyway. We should push them to buy these books so we can purchase directly from them, right? Like just the indie bookstore I went to this past weekend, I was mentioning some books that they never heard of. And so literally they ordered some. They ordered some to put on their shelves. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. That's the thing that I struggle with indie bookstores is that the limitations of it, right? If I'm looking for a book and I know it's going to be in stock at Barnes and Nobles and it's a newly released book, they might not have heard of even the author in general. But again, if we're supporting them, if we're going in there, if we're showing them and making awareness to these authors, that will help.
Yeah. We'll have to support everything independent for all our requirements.
Yeah. Right.
White authors and 2% and Toni Morrison.
And that's it. God forbid. I love reading Brandon Sanderson, but if I see a whole fucking wall of Brandon Sanderson, I will lose my fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? What for what? Then I just
Yeah,
don't need to
Stephen
come
King
no
too.
more.
Stephen King. Ugh.
One of the many other reasons I unhold both him and James Patterson is all this crap.
This is just insane.
I'm so proud of you.
I mean, I wasn't gonna read the rest of the books I had.
And I'm like, girl,
No, I'm just like let's keep adding to the list of the reasons because I'm proud of myself for even just feeling like I wanted to do that because I was holding on to those books for so long for literally no reason.
Yeah.
And now I'm just getting more and more reasons to never buy them again.
Yep.
ML, but according to Jamie Party Patty, oh gosh, diversity is making it so hard in publishing to be white and a man, side eyeing so hard. I feel like these spills that they've been saying. Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, the play with words, ML, Dr. Pasta, is amazing. You are showing off your PhD. You know what I'm saying? That PhD is coming,
James Patterson was complaining so much. I guess he's getting his wish or whatever, right?
Ooh. Can you imagine having that much power?
He has his own day to sell his books.
He does.
So he obviously has that power, which he shouldn't have.
Well, and I'm still under the theory that the imprint that he had that went under was his own doing because I'm more than willing to bet he got tired of all of the different authors of color that were under his imprint, and then they weren't all just white people because they literally went under for no reason when they were publishing a lot of non-white people.
Right.
So
hey, Erica.
Hello.
Hello, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
I know you haven't even went on your Twitter.
I am raging. That's not true. I was about to say I've never been so mad at publishing or a company before in my life. But that's not true. But this right here, I feel like Barnes & Noble is literally doing the publishers' dirty work.
Right.
Yes.
They are, because the publishers already say that BIPOC stories and these marginalized stories don't sell, which is not true.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just giving them more ammunition, more power to say that, oh, your book didn't sell, so why should we invest in you anymore? Why should we give you another opportunity? Oh, why can't we catch a break?
And then I think about like JL, who did Wings of Ebony and stuff like that, and she just got a deal with Penguin for her, like I think is a trilogy.
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
So just imagine, like when the first book comes out, like, and it doesn't do well because of this.
The only way it's gonna change if publishers are like, okay, y'all, that's not gonna work for us.
Yeah, we're not selling to you.
They have to push back.
Yeah,
they definitely
and I mean, we as consumers can push back as well. I mean, we can go in and we can demand stuff.
Right.
But if the policy is that they're not going, that it's the top 2%, how do you come up with that? How did you come up with that number?
That's right. Like, who is this 2%? Like, well, we can all think of, but like,
and I mean, the reality is, I mean, what? Okay. So I'm gonna assume, gonna make this assumption, and I could be 100% wrong. I doubt I am. But the top people at Barnes & Noble making these decisions are privileged white folks.
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to bet that as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they're not thinking about, they're not thinking, nor do they care about the ramifications of this decision and who it's going to negatively impact. And I don't want to say it's just going to be your BIPOC readers, because they will be, and BIPOC authors will be disproportionately affected. But it is going to also be poor white people that don't have access.
Mm-hmm.
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 So,
They don't get the chance to learn anything
right,
outside of their perspective.
exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So, which means that the cycle that we've been trying to come out of, we
Mm-hmm.
won't.
Yep.
This is all.
So, I'm just, oh my
I hope that
God.
I hope that it just comes down to like the individual stores, because I think, I don't know this for certain, but I think that most Barnes and Nobles are franchises, kind of like how, you have like, you can have 3 McDonald's in the same town, but they're
They're
all
not
owned by
franchised.
different people.
They're not franchised.
They're not
They're
franchises.
not.
Uh-uh.
No.
Mm-mm.
Shite. Okay.
If they were franchised, it would be a lot better,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because then you wouldn't have to worry about, like, for example, Starbucks. There you have corporate Starbucks and you
Mhm.
have franchise Starbucks.
Yeah.
And franchise Starbucks do things differently than corporate Starbucks.
Mhm.
But if you go in from one Barnes and Noble to another Barnes and Noble,
Mm-hmm.
what I've noticed is it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Everything is set
Mhm.
up the same way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tables,
Yeah.
themes,
Look
all of
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
cookie cutter.
It would,
That makes sense.
exactly, cookie cutter. And that is what is going to be on the shelves to read.
Mhm.
All of this vanilla literature. And
Mhm.
my camera is off because I have a lot of gestures going on, and
Fine. I can imagine.
it's wild on this side of the interwebs. Oh my God. It's gonna be vanilla. Like, there's no seasoning. It's gonna take me back to my days in Colorado when I would go out to eat and the food was bland as fuck.
Oh God, I'm not. And it makes me feel like my kids, their future is just.
Your kid's future is fucked unless we do something. Unless Texas votes in Beto.
Good luck
That's
with
number
that
one.
Damn, how Texas get involved.
Man, Texas won the main.
Because
Who said
Texas
anything
is
about Texas?
leading
You
in everything. How the fuck do you ban the Bible?
Wait, hold on. What?
What?
Oh, I did not hear about that. That's
What?
crazy. Oh shit.
Rewind.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
You're lying. You're lying, Erica.
I am not. I wish I was.
So what they
I
say?
wish I was.
You know
Some
what?
school district in Texas banned the Bible. Along with the
Yeah.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh, that's not a shocker.
You know
And
what? I'm
which
not
doesn't-
surprised at this point.
which doesn't shock me, but it does shock me at the same time.
About the Bible, oh, that's
Yeah.
definitely a shocker.
Like,
Anne Frank, all versions of the Bible, and numerous LGBTQ plus themes or characters. Wow.
was Ted Cruz
Right
involved
now,
in that movie?
Keller ISD. How many times, Brandy, have I mentioned Keller ISD? How
Mhm.
many times Keller is doing this? The city of Keller.
God.
Yes. How many times? I won't even drive in that city. Oh my God.
So yeah, Texas is leading. So y'all need a different leadership. Lord Jesus.
God. Alright,
I am so sick.
Ugh.
And since all the red states want to follow Texas's lead, maybe if you get rid of the thing you got and get veto. There'll be other states will be like, oh, now we got to follow Texas. We still got to follow Texas.
Before the start of
Because can't nobody fuck up like Texas.
Fort Worth
Oh my God.
is removing 42 books that were challenged last year by parents and community members, including Anne Frank, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, Genderqueer, and the Bible.
How the fuck do you ban the Bible? You've been
Man, I need to get out this
been
country.
harping on religion and saying that this is against God and this, that, and the other, and then you turn around and ban the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means to tell me that you don't
You
read
have
the
no
Bible.
no morals, no nothing.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they also the state that wants to well, I guess not maybe just the only state, but weren't they one of the states that wanted to completely just secede from the U.S. after Biden was elected or whatever?
Texas is
why we
It's
all
not their
have
first time saying that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Texas has been trying to be its own little country for a very long time, which is why we even have our own pledge. I don't know a state that does have their own pledge. And we make our kids say it too.
Mexico doesn't want you back, so.
Yeah.
I need to go back to where my ancestors were from.
Yep, Keller ISD, North Texas, right above Fort Worth. Yep. And you know what the crazy thing is? It's the school district of Keller. It's the parents.
Why?
It's the parents that have challenged the school district to ban all of these books. So as much as we're even saying like, oh, you know, like a city is trying to do this, well, it's the people in the city trying to do it. These are parents.
Right. We thought that the Bible was their faith book. I guess not.
Exactly.
I guess not.
Yep.
Oh my God. I'm over this country. I'm over all these politics. I'm over it all.
Emotional support puppy.
Good gracious.
Okay, are you going to ship your dog here? Because I need him right about now.
I mean, he's a bit of a handful, so if you want to take him for a couple days sometime, that'd be great.
Sure. Sure. What kind of dog is it?
He is a German Shepherd.
Oh, no, I don't want him.
Oh. He's a lot, but
German Shepherds I'm too old for German Shepherds. I don't have the energy for them.
That's crazy. Yeah.
He will be on Benadryl all day.
Oh my God.
Plus, you'd have to fight my husband for him because that's his buddy.
Oh.
I told Bree I wouldn't ever live in Texas, but I would visit for a short period.
I was just talking about how much of a good boy you are. Now you're going to be fussy, naturally.
Quebec has
He says too much attention on me.
right.
Probably, honestly.
Isn't that how they always are?
Well,
Oh,
it's
really?
either too much attention or I'm not getting enough attention from you, so give it over.
Got it.
I wonder if that's because Quebec is they speak French. So do they
separate it?
are they really like
I
thinking of themselves as a French province?
I don't know anything about that.
The only thing I know
It
about
doesn't surprise me though, because I think they're the only ones that speak like predominantly French.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going.
The only thing I know about them,
the tax system is different, from my understanding as well.
yeah, the only thing I know about Quebec was from taking my French courses in college, and like they have their own, like it's not that much different from speaking French, but they have it's like how we have different dialects in English.
Yeah.
But from what I also understand, from what I learned in my classes, is that they don't see themselves as Canadian. They see themselves as like a completely different group of people because, you know, they are the only part of Canada that speaks French. And so they kind of they wanted to kind of have that separation more so they can have a very strict community of French-speaking people as opposed to the English-speaking community. But that's all I know. And that's just from limited knowledge I learned in a college course. So,
yeah, nobody really loves Texas. I'll visit. Yeah, the laws.
I
don't
live in Texas and I don't love Texas. You know what I'm saying?
I will come to Texas once Beto gets in office. But until then, y'all keep y'all. And then, and never mind, because that was gonna be rude and ableist.
And Murray.
I have not watched SpongeBob, but that sounds funny.
Look like Texas, and he goes, "Hey Patrick, what am I?" Patrick goes, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Well, and I said earlier, I was like, what? Who's saying what about Texas?
Man, yeah, I don't think no one should be going to Texas. Stay where you at, even though freaking country is up in flames.
Yeah.
It does get worse. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Can it get worse?
Yeah,
And
it can.
Texas, it can, clearly.
Next thing you know, the purge is going to be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even joke about that.
We're kind of already. Actually, I feel like we're kind of already there.
Yeah, like
We've been in that since like 2016.
You see people running people over and stuff, and with no remorse. I don't know. People act like a complete fool out here. Especially if they think you don't know French.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what is going on in your parts of Canada. Yeah, they're still bitter to the fact that they lost the war during colonialism.
Yeah. I know other places speak French as well, but the one thing that I do know about their tax system is different in Quebec compared to other parts of Canada. I do know that. There's something different. I know when I used to work in fraud, I was just like, huh? Quebec, and then you file in Quebec, and then you file over here, and I was like, okay. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Bree showed me a few beautiful houses when she out there, but yeah, I have a pretty home, but I'll be staying in that home. I wouldn't want to be leaving and driving nowhere.
Yeah.
My father was in the Canadian Army, so I'm a Canadian, but a lot of people in Quebec don't see themselves Canadians, as if all the provinces were the same because they all speak English. Oh man.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a question,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all may not know this depending on your location. Do y'all know of like Casey, right? What is your name? I forgot. Oh my God.
Gabby?
Gabby.
Yes.
Don't pay me no mind.
It's fine.
Gabby. You were gonna put in the chat.
Yes. It is Brandy ended up posting it because it didn't show in the chat before.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me saying this, Brandy, well, I'm gonna say it, and then if you don't want people to do it, then they don't have to do it. You can let them know. Post in your area in the comments, not in the chat. Local or indie bookstores that are run by BIPOC and other marginalized groups. That way there could
sales will be their sales would definitely do good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the only way, I don't want to say the only way, but one of the ways people feel, and just other than like going to Amazon, but to support independent bookstores. I'm a huge proponent of that. Because Amazon, yes, is putting them out of business too.
Yeah.
What the hell is in my bed other than myself? Sorry.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
So anyway, yeah, if you know of any, put it in the comments, and That way people will have a list.
Yeah, that's exactly why I wanted to share that store, because as far as I'm aware currently, they are the only one that I can think of off the top of my head in my area that is a Black owned independent bookstore. And like I said, they specifically cater to Black authors, BIPOC authors, like nonfiction, fiction, children's books, like everything. And they actually too, when I went in there, had advertisements for other local Black businesses. There, when I was there the first time, they had a loose leaf tea shop that they were advertising that was also local, also owned by a Black woman from the area.
Mm-hmm.
So totally would recommend checking them out. They were super awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Because there's one that just opened up in my area. I have to look for the name, but it's it just literally opened like 2 months ago. And it's a queer bookstore, and they only carry queer books.
Oh.
I have to look them up because, and when I do, I'll put it in the comments. But
Hey, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
I don't know you that well, but hello, Bree.
Yeah, I just dropped a link in the chat for the indie bookstore I went to recently.
Yeah, great idea, Erica.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to like take over your channel. I'm gonna hop off anyway.
You're fine. You're fine. We're definitely about to sprint for an hour for sure. So
Because I am raging still.
I couldn't find online that they confirmed that this policy is going to affect, but I don't give a damn. Because if it is, fuck you.
Well, you would think at this point that they would have had an announcement, because
Yeah,
enough,
I mean, it's been
enough
radio.
tweets about it.
I feel like they scared.
It's been radio silence because I've been looking to see, like,
And people have been tagging them too. So
yeah,
So they probably ain't gonna say nothing unless they change the policy, but or don't have
Or
that
deny
policy.
it.
But
And make it not go in effect.
But who was it? One of the authors, Kang Yang, I think. I mean, Barnes and Noble is like fucking trending on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Ow. They are trending on Twitter, but one of the authors, Kelly Yang, and Ashley has talked about her books.
Oh yeah, parachutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is not going to be what is it? It's not Parachutes, nationwide. Top 1 to 2 books per publisher. It's the fourth front desk. Let me read the tweet. Suddenly decided not to carry Key Player, the fourth front desk book coming out in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Here are the details of their new nationwide strategy, only giving shelf space for top 1 to 2 percent. I'm assuming that's percent because 1 to 2 books per publisher doesn't make sense. And she says, I'm not top enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
So, and someone asked, where did she hear that? And she said her publisher, or she heard it from, either way, Scholastic is involved. So I'm assuming Scholastic is her publisher. But either she heard it from her editor or from her publisher. She heard it from somebody. So that's how I among other authors that have chimed in.
Yeah.
So
this is crazy. I'm on Twitter now, and I'm like, ugh.
It's ridiculous. And then we have to feel the beast just to be able to get books from authors that we are finding online and having to, God.
Oh yeah, definitely Sister Sci-Fi. If you like sci-fi,
Yeah.
Yes.
definitely support Sister Sci-Fi.
I just
For
happened to think of
sure.
something too, and I don't know if this will work for like. I don't know how much of a difference this will ultimately make in the long run, but it can't hurt if you don't have any other option. If you don't have a indie bookstore that is maybe run by BIPOC people, but you do have an indie bookstore, a lot of times they can order books to
Oh,
be for you. Like if you want a specific book that they don't currently have, they can order some.
Yeah.
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 That might be another option.
Did I say specifically BIPOC?
No,
indie?
I just happen to think of that too.
Oh, okay. Because if I did, I didn't mean to, because I know there are a bunch of indie bookstores in my area that.
Yeah, I just happened to think of that because I was just thinking, not all of us have, I have the one that I can think of, and it's a ways from me, but I'm willing to make the journey because I like it enough. But that is also an option. Is like you guys, if you want to go to an indie bookstore to not use Barnes and Noble, and you can't find a specific kind of book, or you want to make sure that you can get a BIPOC book, you can ask them to order it, and they can have it delivered to the store.
Yeah, and don't forget bookshop.org.
Yeah.
And you can set it up if you have an indie bookstore that you want to support, or if you don't, they'll just divvy it up somehow,
Right.
and they will send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get it next day.
Right. Doesn't Libro FM do something though too?
What?
Doesn't Libro FM do something too, where like when you purchase audiobooks from them, like some proceeds will go to like your local indie bookstore or something like that?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So yeah, another option.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many different ways. So if you can support, let's see.
Yeah.
But
you can always post after the live is over and post it in the comments.
Yeah,
that would be the best bet to make it easier so people don't have to go through the live to find these links.
Yeah. Just post in the comments, post on your social media, everything.
And tag Barnes and Noble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tag them as well.
Assholes.
I'm sorry. That's not. I mean, oh,
it's sad.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start shopping at this indie bookstore, Barnes and Noble. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for making my decision a lot easier.
Right. Exactly.
And I know someone mentioned Books A Million. First of all, Books A Million is trash.
Sometimes there's no guarantee you'll even get the books.
Right. I literally just canceled after 7-month wait of a box set that I was supposed to get, and I waited 7 months for it and never got it. So like, but even going into their store, it is chaotic. It is disgusting. It's a mess. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. It's mostly a toy store, with a few books. So that's how I look at Books A Million. Like, and they're not accessible like Barnes and Nobles. I have one, and I live in a major city.
Hey! Barnes and Noble is about to not be accessible. What you talking about?
Oh,
Not at all.
You could take this educator discount and kiss my ass, okay?
And I just applied to Barnes and Noble this morning. Ain't that shit? Oh man.
What did you apply for?
Just a part-time position. Nothing too fancy. I had a position open at one of the closest one to me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. But let's go ahead and do this hour sprint because I need to read. And I'm
okay. Well, I'm gonna dip out. I just had to rage.
Oh, you're good.
Thank you for indulging me. And I'm sorry I could not remember your name, Gabby. I got it.
It's fine. You're totally fine.
I may 100% forget it later.
It's fine. I am
no offense. Your name too, Gabby, so don't feel bad.
I feel bad.
You barely can remember mine, okay?
What'd you say, Bree?
I remember mine the other day. What you mean?
Oh,
That's
Apple.
true. That is true. That is
Mhm.
true. I was like, what's your name?
I'm like, excuse me?
She really do do that too.
Oh my gosh. Charge it to my head, not my heart, please.
I did both. Shit.
Oh God.
So, all right. I'm gonna go get me a drink. Maybe I'll come back drunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please give me a drink too.
I like it. So y'all have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Erica, you do it all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Catch
God.
up. You gotta
You know
catch
what I'm
up to
saying?
me.
You do it all.
I'll give you one more look of the monster before you go.
Oh, well, he can come down. He'd have to find his way back home, though.
Yeah, he's not that smart, unfortunately, but
It's gotta be. Okay, I'll send him back proper.
okay.
All right, have fun now, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Erica.
Bye.
All right. Let's go ahead and start this hour, y'all. We've been talking, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
We need to spread the word and stuff. So, all right. I will see everyone back in an hour. So happy reading. How did everyone do?
I don't know exactly where I started, but I'm now like 85 pages into Ecstasia by Claire Legrand.
Ooh, okay.
If you are guys are fans of The Village, the M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Mm-hmm.
major Village vibes, like uncanny, like almost as if it's part of the same world kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. I'll definitely have to get that book when I can.
Yeah, it's like not even 100 pages in, we're already like into the like super creepy paranormal stuff, and like already it's gonna be getting intense. Like it's following this girl who she had some family stuff happen where like her mom basically in their world think that she was possessed by the devil of some kind or submitted to the devil,
Mm-hmm.
and her family had like this black mark on their name since then, and she just was anointed as a saint in their world, which in this it's like a post-apocalyptic basically, kind of like how The Village feels. And she is anointed as a saint, like I said, where she basically is supposed to be a representative of the sins
Mm-hmm.
of the people of the past. And they're basically supposed to just act as this, and then she finds out that there's much more nefarious purposes going on, and believes that she has to basically go take down the devil to stop a bunch of these killings in her town happening.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's intense.
Oh, this sounds intense. Oh man. Hey Jenny.
I was about to say the same thing. Sounds quite intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Josh.
I mean, like I said, if you're a fan of The Village and like that atmosphere, that like culty kind of vibe, this area feels that way. But holy crap, like horror already sets in like really well, and I like that a lot.
Okay. Definitely will have to get into that one. Melissa, 100 pages. That's good. I
Mhm.
got to 80 pages in my book, and I'm enjoying it so far. What about you, Adrian?
I'm 78% into my book, so
Oh, you're almost there. You're almost
mhm.
done.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to read it. I read like 2 pages after showering and doing some dishes and laundry. Gotcha. Okay. Being productive. I'm reading like 6 books, so like a good 5 minutes of that sprint was trying to figure out what I'm in the mood to read. Oh my gosh, 6 books? I can't do it. What books
I
are these that you're
mhm.
I'm curious.
I used to read 5 books at a time, so
I was gonna say I don't think this is new for Deja. I think this has
Right.
been a theme for a while.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Mhm.
man, I can only imagine if I tried to do that. Maybe I'll be in between my 2 or 3 books, but 6, whew,
Yeah.
I'm out 50%. That's good. Everybody's doing good. No reading. I ate dinner. Ooh, what you eat? What you eat? I'm nosy, so I gotta know. I listened to the Black Phone novella by Joe Hill just to prep for the movie. Oh,
Oh,
the Black Phone. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
hmm
I finished A Man Called Ove.
Ove, Uve. I've heard it like 5 different ways.
Ave? I don't know.
It's
Ooh.
a Frederick Bachman book. So
Okay, gotcha. No reading yet, but I want to start The Marvelers by Danielle Clayton tonight.
nice.
I haven't even read that book yet. There's so many books. That's gonna like go into next year. It's a short story, I mean. Okay. I stopped working for the night, made a pot of fried beans. Ooh, per the chef's request. It's like the only thing Allie thinks I make better, and we've been listening to Never Coming Home Again. Ooh. You all right over there, Bree?
What did you just get to?
498, right before chapter 45.
Oh man. You're
Whew.
almost done with it.
That's as steamy as it's gonna get for Brandon Sanderson. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yes, it is.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more steam, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'm happy
Not
with
for
what I got.
Sanderson.
I get it. Shoot, it's adult fantasy.
It's a political fantasy at that.
Right.
He was like, "You're not gonna get much romance out of here, okay?"
I was hoping low key.
Me too.
Oh, I'm reading like 10 books. Oh man.
Yikes.
Renee, ooh, you both.
Oh man. I didn't read, but I wrote a review and started another. Okay.
Nice.
I usually pick a lot since I'm a mood reader. Yeah. Yeah. We know. We definitely know you're a mood reader. Pizza. Can't go wrong with pizza. Black Phone movie was good. Okay. I gotta read and watch. 54 pages. Jenny, I sent you a message. We are very into this YA thriller. It's giving for festival vibes, but make it all teens and a murder. Like kill everyone off by one.
Oh,
Oh
Gimme,
shit!
gimme, gimme. I'll have to look that one up.
Right?
hold on.
No, yeah.
He
Courtney.
tried.
He tried for it to be steamy. Didn't hit the mark like I wanted it to, but
Yeah, it's not gonna give smut. It's just gonna,
yeah.
Which I can appreciate because there's way too many men that try to write smut and it's just awful. So I appreciate that he doesn't go that far into it, but gives you enough where you're like, okay, cool.
all right.
Right. I'm reading Beast by Sky Moon, Conquest by Celeste Hart, If I Had Your Face by Francis Shaw, Vivid by Beverly Jenkins. Oh my God.
Nice.
How Society Choose to Fail or Succeed by Jared Diamond. Oh,
And there's another one that's coming.
And
the stats. Oh God, the stats. How Did I Get So Busy by Valerie Burton. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
that last
very
one
different
definitely.
books.
What were you gonna say, Adrian?
They're very different books.
Yeah.
They're all different. We are 4 hours in, and 2 of the teen influencers are dead. Oh, snap.
All right, give me a second. I gotta look this up.
Oh. Women write smut way better.
Mhm.
I mean, if a man dabbles in it, and it's good, I would give him his props.
There's just way too many that don't do it well.
I agree.
Right. You just have a little hope. There's one day there'll be a male author who writes perfect smut, but then again, I don't know. Women are more particular.
Well, it's like when women write smut, they know what the female audience generally is looking for. Because not every female obviously is the same when it comes to smut.
Yeah.
But from a general standpoint, they know what it is that we are looking for because they're writing to their community.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Men, it's like, oh, I just got to do the bare minimum, and that's about it. And it's either that or the weirdest kinky stuff that, like, yes, we might be involved in kink or whatever if like that's your audience, but not everybody's like that.
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's got to be some middle ground. It's either, but for them, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they are alone on a remote island without phone or internet. On what was supposed
hell
to be
no.
luxury experience. Oh man, that sounds like a movie. Like that I've seen. Gabby, it's by Kate Williams.
Kate Williams, okay.
Are you watching Snowflake Mountain?
The names of some of these places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. LOL. That's why I've been reading Collapse for like 4 months. I haven't been in the mood, and it's kind of dense, and I don't really rush through self-help books. Gotcha. No, would I? Jalen. Oh my Oh, never mind. You're no worries. No worries. It sounds like a movie though.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely could be a movie. There's a lot of movies that are like that. But yeah. Oops, I meant should I? I meant should. Oh, man,
Add it to my wish list.
I'm still trying to get over Barnes and Noble. Maybe I'll eventually get over it. Maybe.
At this point, we just have to, I think, just be mindful of where we put our money. I think at the end of the day, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And obviously, too, free press of promoting, Black authors and BIPOC authors and other authors of color, like that's always super important too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep doing it. Hopefully, people. Well, no, us readers we know, but not like everyone else outside of the book community, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is random, but I'm so surprised by how many dragon books by Black authors I keep seeing.
Right?
What
It-
other dragon books?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
well, doesn't Evan Winter technically aren't his books dragon books?
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
but besides that, what else?
Yep.
Because that's Rage of Dragons, right?
Yeah, Rage of Dragons and Fire something Vengeance. I forget the second one.
Oh gosh, I
Mhm.
had it in my head. What was it? I just saw something about it not that long ago.
For which one?
Dragon books.
No, I don't know any other Black authors with dragon books.
Me neither.
Well-
Somebody let us know.
I don't know if there were any specifically by Black authors, but I know that Covers by Cassidy did a video about dragon books because she's doing like a whole reading series thing with dragon books because they're like her favorite thing.
Oh.
But I don't remember off the top of my head if she listed many Black ones.
Mhm.
So I'll check that out and see if I can find any on that video.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of Black, or maybe I can't think of any Black authors that has dragons in their books.
Yeah, me either. Other than Eric Winters.
Yeah,
Eric Winters?
Yeah.
Evan Winters.
Evan
Evan
Winter.
Winter. Lord.
I'm really trying to think, and nothing is coming to mind besides him.
Oh, there is a middle grade. You're right. What is it? I have it too. Something dragon. Yeah.
There's middle grade. Okay,
There's one. Huh?
at least there's a middle grade. That's good to know. Snowflake Mountain is a reality show about spoiled kids going into the wilderness to learn to be more independent and learn from military vets, wilderness experts. It's cute. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds like something to watch when I need to just decompress and not think about anything. I'll look if it's on any of our streams. Okay. Can you tell me the drama? Oh yeah, Barnes and Noble introduced like this new policy. Obviously, they haven't responded or anything about this, but like on social media whatsoever, they're just silent. But it's like say if you're like any author, like if you're not in the 2% of the publishing houses or whatever, like the top 2%, something like that, then they're not going to have their books on the shelves at all. People will literally have to request them or order them online. But we were saying, like, how can you request it if you don't know anything about it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening right now, and a lot of authors are just upset, and because it's affecting them, and it's affecting their sales. And publishing houses, they could literally just drop you if the sales aren't what they projected.
Yeah. Here goes one. Dragons in a Bag. I have it somewhere, but this is the second book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look up.
I just bought the second book because it was like $3.
I want to look it up now.
Is that a Elliot? Dragons in a Bag. Really good. Really good.
One I get. Well, Beasts of Prey. It doesn't necessarily have dragons, but it has different beasts.
Mm-hmm.
One I see, Son of the Storm by Susie Davies, but I'm not sure if that has dragons on it or not. I just Googled it and see. But for sure, Evan Winters, yep, Dragons in a Bag is on there. It brings up N.K. Jemison's How Long Till Black Feature Month. That doesn't have dragons in it, does it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
They mentioned it in their little list here. Like, even with Tristan Strong, it says has dragons in it.
Did not know
Cloud
that.
Dragon Skies.
Mm.
I mean, there's a short story that says Cloud Dragon Skies. So maybe.
Okay.
I
Given.
read this, but I don't remember that. I don't remember dragons.
Given by Nandy Taylor, that has dragons in it. That was like I think the debut came out last year actually. But that's about it that I see. I start reading one of them and all of them start popping up.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Especially like if you're on Amazon and you're buying stuff on Kindle, it's like, oh, you like this thing? Here's like 15 other
recommendations for you.
Amazon is good for that.
Right.
I'm like, did I ask you for that?
No.
Stay out of my wallet, man.
Right. But yes, Barnes & Noble is cutthroat. They must be barely holding on to their stores to limit inventory like that, only looking to stock what they think will sell.
It's not even so much what they think they'll sell, it's they're just limiting in general. And unfortunately what that does is it keeps people of color who can't always reach that 2% because it's a marginalized community, they're just never going to be able to reach that point.
Yeah.
I don't remember who said it earlier, if it was it might have been Erica said that like it's just another form of banning books.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think, are they really like trying to get money? Like, they must be really like going down hard if they're trying to like up sales with popular authors right now.
Like at this point, I just want to talk to them. Can I just talk to them for like 10 minutes?
Right.
Preferably with a bat.
The whole internet is talking to them, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My daughter's class read Dragons in a Bag last year. She said she liked it. Aww.
Yeah, publishers like sent it out. They had this whole thing with Scholastic where they just sent it out to a lot of schools. So we have like a whole class set for grades 3 through 5. And so I might have, used my 5-finger discount. Maybe just a little.
Are y'all dragon fans? I find I'm not. I am a dragon fan.
I like all creatures.
I like all creatures.
I don't discriminate.
But dragons.
Love dragons.
Dragons, fairies, pixies, all of it.
Right. I also have finally come to terms with the fact that I truly only like urban fantasy and not high fantasy.
Yeah, that's understandable. High fantasy can be a lot for some people, especially high fantasy in the sense that like it's mostly political. Like I would say a lot of political fantasies would be high fantasy just because they're so complex. Having to follow everything is difficult sometimes.
Yeah. I'll keep trying with high fantasy. That piques my interest.
Yeah, I think I like both. It just depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Yep.
Firm Virtues and Jack Harvin writes Steam. Perfection type Steam. Ooh. Ooh.
That pen name though.
Yeah. Urban fantasy is my ish. Oh man, so we made it through the comments. Do y'all want to do 30, 45? Maybe a 30.
A 30.
Yeah, it is like 11 over here. We'll do a 30.
Well, I have tomorrow off, but yeah,
I gotta get my oil changed in the morning. I like dragons.
And filter.
Huh?
Make sure you check your filter.
Yeah. Definitely gotta do that.
Hmm.
I like dragons only because of Game of Thrones and Targaryen. Yeah. And I want to see what they're coming.
I never watched Game of Thrones.
It's good.
It's so good.
Just don't watch the last season.
I've binged it twice.
It's
I've
so
heard
good
it.
though. But I'm excited for the prequel or whatever for the Targaryens. I'm excited.
Yes, that looks good. That looks good.
I'm excited.
So good.
Queen. Yes. 30. Okay. Let me get this 30 set up. But I'm a huge Game of Thrones person. I love Game of Thrones.
I read all of the books and I found them to be enjoyable, but they definitely were probably it's good that they made it into a TV series because I think I got lost partway through. Because the last two books were originally supposed to be one, but they were both over 1,000 pages.
Yep.
So probably was better for that to end up becoming a TV show because I think that that's what really got those books to be much more popular.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked them for what they were at the time, but I definitely would not go back and read them again.
I'm not gonna read them. I'll watch it, but I can't read them because he just can't finish his books. So there's no point.
Yeah, he's never gonna finish.
No.
Seems like less books would equal less money, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I have to watch the last season, so don't spoil it. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just not my preference. They didn't do a great job. I just finished my rewatch. I did not like the last episode. Right. They bombed the last season.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh yeah, Rings of Power. I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
I forgot
I
about that.
haven't heard it. What is that?
It's a Lord of the Rings TV show they're doing.
It's like the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, like before.
I'm so jazzed.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I haven't read the books. Don't judge me, y'all, but I have watched the movies.
No, didn't read the books either, but I watched the movies.
Like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Love it. So now we're going to the very beginning of it. So
I have my Elvish tattoo ready.
I'm so excited.
This is actually my first tattoo I ever got.
Oh wow. I almost cried with Hodor. Oh yeah, Hodor. I cried that scene in that episode. That was
It's gonna be weird though. Find it.
What you looking for, Bree?
Rings of
I'm
Power.
trying to. Yeah, it comes out on the 2nd.
Is it Amazon or is it Hulu? I can't remember.
Hopefully it's Hulu. Either way, I'm gonna watch that mug. Rings of Power versus House of Dragon. Which one are you more excited for? Don't do this to me, Josh. But I feel
Rings
like
of Power.
Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Just because they bombed the last season.
Still bitter about it.
Game of Thrones.
That was trash.
I was so hyped for that last season, and then they did that. Oh, it was like an insult and a slap in the face with all Game of Thrones fans. I read the books. Okay.
Amazon original.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still gonna watch.
Look at the.
Oh, I'm excited. House of the Dragon for sure. I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. It's really good.
Yeah.
If you don't read the books, it's fine. But the movies,
like, you don't even have to read the books because the movies do a perfect job of adapting. Like, they are the best adaptations I will ever talk about because they're just perfect. They do everything that they need to and then some.
right?
Yeah, everyone who started in those movies and their characters continued on to the last ones. They never have to work again.
Oh yeah.
The residuals are crazy.
Right. I do like political stuff, but I just can't get into royalty and courts unless fairies and knights. Yeah. House of the Dragon. I'm not that into Lord of the Rings. Gotcha. You should give Lord of the Rings a chance, though.
It's It's got young Orlando Bloom in it. If that makes any difference.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love me some
Mhm.
Legolas, but I also, oh man, Legolas. But
Aragorn.
Aragorn, love him.
Mm-hmm.
I had crushes. I'm sorry, but if this is your first time, maybe you should watch The Hobbit then The Lord of the Rings. It might make more sense to you if you haven't watched them. For what it's worth, it is entirely new creative team. Okay, but yeah, I'm more excited for. Right, thank you. I don't know.
Hi,
Oh
Josh.
goodness. True. The best adaptation ever made. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Peter
like
Jackson did like the best job. I actually the podcast episode I put out or this past week, I talked a lot about that where it was like, just looking at it from a pure text to movie setup. They pulled out all the best things. They even brought out some of the things that I didn't expect, and then they expanded on something that they never did in the books, which was the relationship between Aragorn and Arwen.
And Arwen.
Never really touched on in the books, but they brought it in, and I thought that was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, did
And
you
Peter
like
Jackson always talked about how much of a fan he was of.
And that's what I
Yeah.
love when people get into stuff like making adaptations, is you get the people that actually give a crap about the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
the movies were to you? Oh no.
It's okay.
I want to be a fantasy lit girl so bad, but I don't know. It looks like a lot. It might grow on you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never want to put someone through The Hobbit to have to. True. I mean, you could just watch Lord of the Rings and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be caught up.
Yeah, I've watched those movies so many times I've lost count.
Yeah.
I mean, The Hobbit provides a little bit more context about the ring itself, which is the
True.
whole thing about the Lord of the Rings. But you don't need it because like they talk about it enough in the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings that you kind of get that
Yeah.
context.
Like you get a gist of, Bilbo, he in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
Frodo, all that stuff. But let me go ahead and put this 30 minutes up, and then that'll be it for tonight. Yeah.
That's it. What?
What?
Fine.
Oh man, that music had me all in different emotions. I'm like, ooh, it's making me sleepy, but then it's like, ooh, it's like mysterious sounding.
Creepy.
Right.
It took me back to Lord of the Rings.
Right. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
But yeah, that was our final sprint. I'm about to. Too relaxing, yeah. Good night, Josh. Thank you for coming. I liked it a little. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for the late night boost and productivity. No problem. Girl, that music was giving weird Titanic vibes. Man, there's a lot of movies I could think of
Mm-hmm.
that type of vibes it was giving off. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you watch Bree's videos. She's almost about to be monetized again. So watch her videos, please. Make sure you go on her playlist, just watch her. And I will leave everybody's social media links down below in the description. So definitely check out Adrienne and her TikTok and her IG page. Also check out Gabby's channel, IG, social medias, everything. Oh yeah. And that oh god, I'm not even gonna say it.
And join her membership because we're reading God of Mercy this month. And Sword of Kagan next month.
Yeah.
Please join her membership, okay? I'm trying to get $1. Okay.
Oh god.
$1.
I was able to finish my book. Yay.
Oh,
I
good.
listened to Vivid by Beverly Jenkins. I always love her romantic scenes, but this dude is all about pleasing her. Okay.
Ooh.
Thanks for hosting. Good y'all. See you all. Night.
Good night.
I haven't been commenting, but I'm still here. Night. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. Night, everyone.
Good night,
We will
guys.
catch y'all
Night.
later. You already know Bree has her reading sprints on Sundays and Wednesdays. So there'll be more reading sprints to come. But night, everyone. Catch you later.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.